Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for letting me come and read to you today. I'm going to read the book Once Upon a Time, The End, Asleep in 60 Seconds. 1 minute, you're right. 60 seconds is 1 minute. You are so smart. All right, here we go. Once upon a time, a long, long time ago, late at night, when it was dark, over the hills, through the woods, across a great ocean, in a land far away, in a small house, on a hill, under the moon. In a big fluffy bed under the covers, there was a little girl, or maybe it was a boy, who wouldn't go to bed. Just one more story, this child cried, over and over again. So the noble and tired father obliged, but as he read, he started cutting little words here and there, so the stories would go faster and faster and faster, until finally his child would be asleep, and everyone could live happily ever after. The end. Chicken Little. Who's read the story or listened to the story Chicken Little? Put your hand on your head. Ooh, lots of you have. Okay, put your hands down. Chicken Little. An acorn hit Chicken Little on the head. The sky is falling, she said. I must go tell the king. On the way, she ran into his friends. Zeus the goose, Jen the hen, Chuck the duck, Legal an eagle, Perky a turkey, and Yo the crow. Let's go tell the king, they cried. Unfortunately, they ran into a hungry fox. He chased them around the barnyard until Chicken Little was simply too tired to speak. And so she forgot about the sky and the king and put her feathered head down to sleep. The end. Is that how the story goes?
No.
The two little pigs. Two little pigs lived in the forest. One pig built a house out of straw. He was lazy. The other built a house out of stone. He worked hard. A hungry wolf came by and blew down the house made of straw. The pigs hid in the stone house. The wolf said, "Come out, or I'll blow your house away." But the pig said, "No way." The wolf blew and blew, but couldn't do it. He left the forest, and the pigs lived together forever. The end. Time for bed. Small girl, red hood. Small girl, red hood, big wolf in the woods. Grandma's gone, wolf in her cap. Girl at the door, tap, tap. Big ears to hear, big eyes to see, big teeth to eat. Girl, better flee. Strong woodsman just outside spied a wolf, heard a girl's cries. Axe swung, wolf run, and the battle won. The wolfman said, "Wow, I'm tired. How about you?" The end.
That's not how it goes.
That's not how it goes, is it? Goldilocks and the bears. There were some bears. It doesn't really matter how many. There was a bunch. Let's get to the point. While they were out, a blonde girl ate a bear's porridge, broke a bear's chair, and fell asleep in a bear's bed. When the bears came back, they found her asleep. She woke up, screamed, and ran home so she could sleep in her own bed, just like you. The end.
That's not how it goes.
That's not how it goes, is it? Princess P. Every young girl wanted to marry the prince. To find a princess, the prince's mother put a pea under the mattress to see how each would sleep. They all slept soundly except one. She was so sensitive, she had not slept well. And so she married the prince. Is there a pea under your bed? Then what's your excuse? Go to bed. The Little Red Hen. None of the animals in the barnyard would help the little red hen plant or harvest or cooked her vegetables. No thanks, they said. I don't want to work. But when the little red hen's soup was ready, they said, hey, I'll help you eat. No thanks, said the hen. The end. Why are you still awake? But in the peaceful little house atop the hill on the other side of the woods, oh, you know where it is, that fellow with the kid who wouldn't go to sleep wasn't making much progress. All these pigs and bears and wolves and chickens and hens made such a racket that the child could not get to sleep. And to make matters worse, someone got peas in the bed. So the fellow picked up the pace, chopped Stories in half. No barnyard animals would get in his path. David and Goliath. Goliath was a giant soldier with a sword. David was a shepherd boy with a slingshot, who had to fight one night over who would be king. David took careful aim with a stone and knocked Goliath smack in the head. The giant fell into a great heap. He looked like he was asleep. The end. Sleeping Beauty. A wicked fairy put a spell on a princess. When she pricked her finger on a sewing machine, her entire family fell asleep for 100 years. Eventually a prince came along, and finding the beautiful girl, gave her a kiss. She woke up, happy and refreshed, and so did her parents. Her advice to you? Go to sleep. The end. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack jump over the candlestick. Jack close your eyes, Jack not a peep. Jack, Jack, are you asleep? Little Jack Horner sat in the corner eating a blueberry pie. He put in his thumb, pulled out a plum, and wait. Jack, I thought you were already asleep. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack, what are you doing out of bed in the middle of the night?
How does it go?
Hickory, dickory, dock. A mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 8. Oh my, it's late. So the mouse went straight to bed. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. His name is my name too. Whenever we go out, the people always shout, John, John, get in bed and be quiet. The old lady's shoe. There was an old lady who lived in a shoe. She had so many kids she didn't know what to do. Stories were read until her face turned blue. When kids wouldn't go to bed, she sold them to the zoo. Do you think she really did?
Yes.
Hey diddle diddle. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. If you don't fall asleep, I'll run screaming from the room. Riddle 1. Why did the chicken cross the road? To go to sleep. Riddle 2. Knock, knock. Who's there? Bed. Bed who? Better go to sleep. And they all lived. The end. Who fell asleep?
His dad.
His dad fell asleep, didn't he? The end. What do you think? Well, you're welcome. Thanks for letting me come read to you. Was that a silly book?
Yeah.
It was a silly book, wasn't it? So I'm going to find the Sneetches, and I'm going to come back and read the Sneetches to you. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Thank you. You guys were an awesome audience. Mrs. Melero, they were so great. Good job.